Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
What's up?
How's it going, Couch fans?
Oh, it's going.
Here we are on another episode of Couch. This is going to make this number 9.
Here we go.
I can't think of a rhyme. Number 9. You know,
That's a rhyme.
that is a rhyme.
All right, solid.
So, how's things been in your world? You know,
Things are life. Life is work, and work has me driving my ass off all over Texas.
boy, that sucks.
You tell me.
I've been just hanging out in the woods in Texas still. You know,
I worked 16 hours on Tuesday,
God, that's a lot of work.
and back at work by 8.
Well, we're not here on the couch to do work tonight, are we?
Not really. We're here to have fun.
We're here to have a little fun this evening.
Hell yeah.
So we got something else lined up for you today. Another
Bringing in
new
a friend.
thing.
Oh yeah.
We're bringing in another couch correspondent today. Today we're gonna have our buddy Bryce Baker, and we're gonna do a Whiskey Pickum.
Hells yeah.
And what's
I'm
that
looking forward to
Whiskey
this one.
Pickum, Dustin Middlebrook? Why don't you fill in the friends and family at home what they're gonna be seeing?
We're going to be tasting some nice quality whiskeys, I guess. I really don't know. I'm not the expert. He is.
All right.
So hopefully we'll find out.
So
you know?
so we're gonna do this new little segment, and we're gonna try to launch this on the first episode that airs every month.
Monthly
It's gonna be a
whiskeys.
new monthly feature, and this is gonna be the Bryce Baker's Whiskey Pickum.
Hells yeah.
So every month we're gonna be bringing you different, like just really cool bourbons, really cool whiskeys, really cool whatever in that family line, and we're gonna be trying them out as Bryce kind of takes us through a comparison and a contrast. So
yeah, he'll let you know what he thinks of it. We'll let you know what we think of him.
yeah,
And that's what's going to happen.
Again, we ain't no experts.
Not even
We're
close.
just a couple upstanding individuals on a sofa cushion.
Just a taster.
The hell do
That's
we
all I
know about whiskey?
I know, get you drunk.
It'll get you drunk. That's damn right. All right. Well,
let's
without
bring him in.
further
Hell
ado,
yeah.
let's go ahead and bring our couch correspondent Bryce Baker in on the show. Bryce, come on in over here, man. What you got for us today? Yeah, right.
Watch out.
Yeah, come on, pop a squat.
Yeah, bring it on.
I think our
Here you go. This here's for you.
I think our IT people got a mic ready for you.
Yep.
Get this cable out from underneath your
yeah,
foot real good.
Is that
Get ourselves situated.
okay? We
Alrighty.
all situated.
I think so.
All right. What's up, couched people?
Hell yeah.
That's right.
You may have to talk into that mic just a little louder,
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
but you'll be good.
All right. Sorry, I'm very new.
No, you're good.
Amateur podcaster here.
aren't we all? Aren't we all?
All right. So I guess we just want to start.
Yeah,
diving
bring 'em
in
out.
here.
We want to go ahead
Show
and
us
get
your
started?
wares.
All right. Okay. So
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
because she has one. That's indeed.
So what do we got first? What's this?
So this is it's a bourbon. This is Elijah Craig's small batch bourbon.
Okay.
Set that down right there. Let's move this water in the background. We don't need that.
All right.
That's for in-betweeners
Yeah.
Exactly.
and quitters.
So yeah. So
It's okay.
I chose Elijah Craig. It's a pretty classic bourbon, pretty standard bourbon flavor profile.
Right.
And I feel like it'd be a good sort of introductory bourbon to talk about and get you guys a good feel for kind of what you can expect out of the world of bourbon.
I
Oh,
like
yeah,
to I
dude.
like to feel
All
and
right.
expect things. All right.
Yeah, I like
right
the
on.
world of bourbon.
I've never heard of
interested
this
in it.
one.
We don't know a lot about it. He knows
No.
a little bit about it, so he's going to kind of take us through a little bit of
Yeah. See what's
whiskey
what.
education.
We'll learn things
as we
together.
go through this.
Absolutely.
One of the other reasons we brought this guy in is if any of y'all know Bryce out there, he has an extensive collection of whiskeys.
That he
I mean,
does.
you have a lot at home, don't you?
More than we do. You have more.
I
than
mean,
we
every
do.
Sunday you used to bring a different
that's
one over in
anything.
football season. So we were like, hell, why don't we just turn this into an episode on the podcast?
That is very true. Yeah, I was probably spending an irresponsible amount of money on whiskey in that period of time.
Well,
That was when I was really just diving deep into it. So just every single week I wanted to try something new. something interesting, I'd read reviews, I'd watch reviews on
Really
YouTube,
getting
on
deep
the
into it,
internet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
absolutely, and just try and find interesting stuff. But let's go ahead and pull out the
Yeah,
other thing.
what you
what
got?
else you got?
So I wanted to keep this strictly American.
Okay.
Because we're a trio of patriotic
This
bastards.
is
That's
the
for
United
sure.
States of
That is
America.
for sure.
So I got a rye whiskey. This is
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
this is Bullet 95 rye.
I like that
All
bottle.
right, yeah, that's fancy.
Bullet Frontier whiskey. It says.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
What's the 95?
The 95? So that refers to the mash bill.
Oh, okay.
And the mash bill is basically
Just making sure it wasn't proof.
No, it's not proof.
Thank God.
Okay.
But what the mash bill is
Yeah.
it's the proportion of grains that are used in the distillation process.
Okay,
So this
like
is
corn, barley, rye, obviously.
Yeah, corn, barley, rye, wheat is
Wheat.
also used in some bourbons. There's even some predominantly wheat whiskeys, but we won't do that for a while. That's a
Gotcha.
That's kind of a weird one.
So
Okay.
are these here both tonight just both whiskeys?
Yep, these are both
Just straight up
whiskeys.
whiskeys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's like the main difference for us
Yeah.
uninitiated?
What the hell's
out
rye
there?
about?
Like what? Whoa! Before we get all into that detail,
All
but that's
right.
no, save it. That's an interesting question.
Saved.
How does one know the difference? Like, what's a whiskey? What's a bourbon? What's a scotch?
Oh, yeah, that's
Because
the
it's
thing.
all kind of the same vein.
Yeah.
Well, basically, a good way to kind of describe it is whiskey is kind of just a generic, overarching term.
Right.
Kind of like vehicle.
Okay.
So, like, a Ferrari is a vehicle,
Right.
Right.
but so is a beat-up 2002 Honda Civic.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
a vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a very vast, diverse world.
Gotcha.
Getting in them, so you can have a Ferrari of whiskeys, very expensive scotches,
Uh-huh.
old scotches, or you could do a black label Evan Williams, and that's your '02 Honda Civic right there.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Basically, whiskey
KD.
is just whiskey is just a generic,
Gotcha.
overarching term to describe. Well, not really describe. Doesn't really describe anything. It's just a name.
It's
of
just a base.
a type of liquor.
Right.
So going into what these are, so bourbon, by law, there are actually laws saying
Okay.
what you can legally call a bourbon. This cannot be called a bourbon by law if it is not at least 51% corn in the mash
Okay.
bill. So in the
Oh.
distillation process, they have to use at least 51% corn when they're making it. It has to be aged in new, unused oak barrels.
Oak. Right. I thought it was oak.
Is there like a minimum amount of time that it needs to age to be considered a bourbon or anything like that?
Uh,
Or is
I-
it just the 51% corn in the
No,
oak barrel?
I don't believe there's a minimum age requirement. Because
Okay.
I know there's some Texas bourbons that are only aged for about like a little over 2 years.
Okay.
Just because of the climate here in Texas, it's so hot.
Yeah.
That you get
Okay.
if you age it any more than like 3, 4, 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
then way too much of the alcohol actually evaporates, and it's just
Oh, it's less fun.
Oh,
it's
That's
less fun,
interesting.
and it gets what they call over oaked.
Okay.
Okay.
where-
Starts tasting like trees.
Yeah, it's just
Tasting like the inside
like
of the
you
barrel.
got like just a chunk of
Oh, yeah.
wood in your mouth.
yeah.
Cool.
So chunk of wood
Avoid
in your mouth.
that.
was
Gotcha.
a terrible way to put that.
So I thought there was something to do with, like, how champagne is really only champagne if it comes from the Champagne region of France. Does bourbon play in like that, or is it really just about what it's made of?
It does actually. I'm glad you brought that up because bourbon, again by law, can only be made in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
okay.
You can't
Right.
have a bourbon from Ireland. or
Really?
Scotland. It
Interesting.
can't legally be called a bourbon, at least here in America.
What is it called over there? Just whiskey?
It's bourbon.
Bourbon?
Still.
Gotcha. They just can't sell it like in America as a bourbon.
No, they can't sell it in America
Gotcha.
as a bourbon. And I believe Ireland and Scotland also have laws regarding that as well. You can't sell a bourbon over there unless it was made in America.
Okay, cool.
Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not
Oh,
too sure.
right,
I know the
right.
American laws, but I don't know what they do across the pond there.
Of course.
Right.
But yeah, so bourbon, 51% corn, new unused oak barrels. And
Gotcha.
what I mean by
New.
used is what they do for mainly Scotch is because Scotch you can't use brand new oak barrels
Right.
in
Yeah.
Scotland. So they use used bourbon barrels. or
Okay.
used rye barrels.
Okay.
Rye's not very common. It's mainly bourbon. It's either bourbon or sherry are
Gotcha.
the barrels they use in Scotland. But that's what I mean by
barrels.
new or used, is has something been aged in it.
Right.
Gotcha.
Interesting point.
So yeah, so that's bourbon, 51% corn, new unused oak barrels. Rye has to be at least 51% rye.
Okay. So different
Pretty-
grain.
So yeah,
Different grains.
Different grain. You can
Gotcha.
tell there's
Okay.
different colors.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's all different colors in between ryes, but there's an
Check out
obvious
the front of
difference
this
right
real
there.
quick.
Yeah, so the color, we'll get into that. That's actually the aging process from the wood. Is mainly what that is.
I don't know.
'Cause
They,
when it
they
goes into the
burn
wood,
the
it's
barrels
clear.
too, right?
They do, yeah.
Is
They
that-
char them.
They have to
the
char them?
barrels. They do, yes. That's
And
correct.
that messes with the flavor.
It does. It'll flavor it a certain way.
Okay.
And
See, I know a little bit. Just
yeah.
a little bit.
Look at you.
I do what I can.
Do some research.
It's a little slap
Came
and
It's
tickle.
prepared.
life.
But yeah, so this has to be at least a rye has to be at least 51% rye, and again, same as bourbon, it has to be a new unused oak barrel.
Cool.
Interesting.
And
That
because
new barrel shit.
because of the shared aging vessel, we'll call it.
Vessel.
There'll be a lot of similar flavors in these, but because of the difference in grain recipe, there's a lot of different flavors in these.
Huh.
And we'll go through that and you'll see them.
All right.
Okay.
First
All
thing
in
I
good
want to do,
time.
I guess, let's have some whiskey.
Let's glass up.
Yeah, let's have some
Let's have
whiskey,
some
boys.
whiskey. I brought some special. These are Glencairn glasses.
Ooh.
Product.
And you can see they're a little tulip shape.
Okay.
And what these do, this tulip shape actually helps to focus the whiskey aroma,
All right.
so that you get more of the aroma in your nostrils, and just helps you really smell what's going on in here.
All right.
Because whiskey is there's a lot of different flavors, a lot of different smells going on in whiskey. So these just help kind of pick them out.
I've never
Smells like
done
air,
one of these
boy.
kind of tastings where you're actually like, oh, I'm gonna swirl it around. I'm gonna stick my nose in the
We're,
glass.
we're about
This
to.
will be different.
You're about
I'm
to.
down.
About to.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna put the mic down and
Let's do
pour
it.
some whiskey for you.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
let's do it.
Bartender.
I really done it this time.
Yeah. I mean, I
Brought me
wasn't
some
gonna say it.
whiskey.
Oh, and today, per Bryce's request, we don't have our regular Westfest juice rocking in these mugs. It is water to cleanse our palates.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. You gotta have a
Whatever.
fresh palate, when I guess, in between
down.
each taste, so you can really distinguish. Is what I would
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, it makes sense. Makes sense. It's just different.
So I guess if again we've gone through most of this already, it's been a good introduction. You know, cars, bourbon barrels, you know, all the analogies we made. If we touch back on the car analogy, what does that make old granddad? Is that like the fucking piece of shit 1970 Nissan truck you see smoking in the right hand lane?
Dude, that's probably a nice 30s, 40s
Some thin
classic Chevy.
$19 whiskey.
Solid.
Old
That's what it
granddad,
seems
I would
Some-
say old granddad. I'm gonna go with old granddad 114.
Oh my god, I can
Okay,
smell
they have
this stuff
actual
already.
different kinds of
Yeah,
it.
it's
Interesting.
This really fills the room.
Old granddad
Shit.
114 is probably that like 04 Ford F-150 with a slight lift, pretty large tires, and a muffler delete.
And no Cadillac converter.
The muffler delete.
That's what I'd say, old granddad.
So you can smell them coming down the road.
exactly.
All right.
But anyway,
So walk us through what a whiskey pairing, tasting, whatever would look
Yeah,
like.
see,
So-
do I have to look at the feet?
so you don't want to shake it too much.
Oh shit, my
okay.
bad.
That agitates the alcohol, and you're going to get a lot of alcohol vapors. Yeah, don't apologize.
Yeah, please apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't know
There you
better.
So first things first, what I always like to do, I just take a look at the color.
Okay.
Because in America, in Scotland, you can actually use a little bit of caramel coloring to color the whiskey and make it look darker, but you can't do that in America.
No.
It's not legal.
Is there like some kind of
So it's just
board or
natural.
like alcohol bureau that goes around and like certifies all these whiskeys or something that's like, yes, that's a whiskey. That's not like, what's to keep you from just
That sounds like an ATF thing
Doing
or some
whatever.
shit, right? Or Food and Drug.
There is an actual commission that does it.
Okay.
The name escapes me.
no worries?
But there is a government body that is responsible
Okay.
for making sure.
So you can't just like throw
my
out a
God.
brewery anywhere and just start cranking out bourbon and be like, oh yeah, this is
Holy
bourbon,
shit.
but it's not.
Yeah.
That's good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I smelled it and it's already making my mouth water. Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
Alrighty.
So we're taking a look at the color. This one, it's pretty light, and we can attribute that to a couple of things. One, the age. I don't know what the age statement is on the Bullet Rye, but I know it's not very old.
Okay.
And two, it's 45% alcohol by volume.
Interesting.
So it's lower proof for a whiskey. It's not the floor for proof, which is 40%.
Gotcha.
You can't go any lower than 40%.
Well, no. I mean,
if you do, it's
not
no
Malibu. Shit.
Yeah, if you go lower than 40%, you can't legally call it a whiskey.
Was it just a spirit?
Yeah, a spirit,
oak spirit?
liqueur, something like that.
I don't know.
Cognac. Liqueur.
Come get it.
Yeah. Something along the lines. I don't know. I don't mess with it if it's under 40%. Not my.
I don't
not my
blame you.
game.
Yeah, we're here about the classier glasses on the couch here tonight. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So second thing is you want to take a sniff, and the way you smell
I
whiskey,
did.
You're ahead of the game.
I can't help myself.
Slow down. I know
I'm
you're
trying to drink
excited.
this for like 3 minutes.
You know,
slow down. You
you're
gotta
excited.
let Bryce walk us through this process.
So
Speed walk.
you want to smell it, and the way you smell whiskey is the first thing you want to do is figure out your distance. So you want to.
Fuck! I left my tape measure at home.
Yeah. Well, it's
6
okay.
feet,
There's
right?
There's an
6
easier way
feet.
to figure it out. Oh yeah, social distance your whiskey. Exactly. Yeah, but the way you want to smell it is you want to go as close as you possibly can without it burning your nose.
Oh, that just happened.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I found that already.
Yeah, so you want to go the moment it starts to become aggressive and burning, you want to back it off just a little bit.
Cool.
And the way you can also help alleviate that burning is if you smell with your mouth open. You don't want to have it like wide open like a freaking mouth breather.
It's goofy, but actually
It works, right?
it works. It works really well. Yeah,
does.
smell with your mouth open.
And there's some science behind that. It's kind of like,
Science.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like when you roll just one window down in a car and it's that like buffeting noise. It's like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. It's kind of the same thing going on when you have your mouth closed and trying to smell a whiskey.
Gotcha.
Those alcohol vapors, they get stuck in your. I believe they get stuck in your sinuses and it just burns.
Yeah.
But if
That'd
you
be
have your
about
mouth
right.
open, it gets that circulation going through.
Okay.
So it helps kind of get more of the actual whiskey smell and let those vapors pass through and not get caught up in there.
Okay.
So we smelled it. So what are you guys smelling? What does it smell like?
Oh God. Whiskey. I don't know, man.
Is there anything you could possibly pick out of something familiar in there?
No.
No. It's a
Nope.
no from Middleroot. What
I'm
about
not
you,
good at
Yogi?
this. I'm not an expert.
Anything you're...
I mean, I want to make a guess, but I feel
Go
like
for
my
it.
guess is going to be wrong.
No, there's
I
there's
kinda-
no right or wrong. All that's happening right now is your brain is trying to figure out what the hell am I holding right now, and so it's trying to go through its
Yeah, it
bank
is.
of stored memories of smells.
Well, right now
I'm
it's
trying to
going
figure
through a
out what it is.
flashback of like Nom of all the nights I drink whiskey. But
That'll happen too.
I would like I wanted to say sweet.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like a little bit of sweetness, but it's good that you brought two of these here because we'll be able to kind of like compare and contrast as this goes along. I'll be able to see what the difference between the rye is as opposed to what was this one again?
That's a bourbon.
This is just regular bourbon. Okay,
Bourbon.
okay, right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it tastes kind of sweet. I mean, I would want to say that I can definitely taste the grain in there, but I'm pretty sure you can smell the grain in like any whiskey. You know, I can't pick out that it's rye because I probably don't have the diverse enough palate yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can definitely pick out the grain on the
Next.
smell, but saying that it smells like rye is accurate.
Is it weird
Yeah.
that I'm getting like alcohol, like isopropyl, like that kind of?
No,
I kind of got that too.
I'm
yeah,
getting that.
like
Yeah,
a
I mean,
clean, a
there's-
real clean
there's alcohol
smell.
in there.
Clean prepared. Well, yeah, I
There's
know.
Is
alcohol
there
in there,
alcohol
so-
in it?
But like,
Makes sense.
fucking
you're smelling
isopropyl.
something that's there. So
Yeah, would you hit me with one of those too? Because I dropped 2 F-bombs earlier, so I'm gonna need to.
Bryce, you want one?
I'm good. I
One
haven't
more,
subbed yet
please.
for it
I just gotta appease the moms. Okay, we're good.
yet. All right.
All right. Continuing on, smell.
All
Yeah,
right.
we
so
smelled-
smell, so you're
we
smelling some
smelled-
sweetness.
I smelled alcohol.
Can you pin down that sweetness, or is it just sort of a general sweetness?
General sweetness. Sorry, I had to.
Man, yeah, I can't really pin it down. I don't know. I can't really pin it down. It just tastes kind of like generally sweet.
What about some spice? Do you smell any spice in there?
Ooh.
So go back and look
Some
for
spices. Go back and look for spices, Dustin.
It still smells
Remember,
like
you gotta have
whiskey.
that mouth open.
I'm a hearer. I guess I'm not good at smelling. I can hear shit.
Do you hear spices?
Sounds like whiskey. No. I'm not good at this.
I mean, I do smell spices. Whether I can pick them out or not, I don't know.
That's fine, but if you're smelling them there, then that's good. Because
Yeah.
rye, typically, it has a spicy character.
Okay.
So if you're able to pick out that there is
Spicy
some
character.
spiciness there, that's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Even if I had to kind of hold your hand along the way, it's still,
Right.
you're getting there. So next.
Oh, you're
let's-
going to have to hold our hands a lot because, once again, we are total amateurs. By amateurs, I mean you're watching the first time we've ever done this.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, enough being nerdy. Let's drink some damn whiskey.
let's drink some damn whiskey.
Cheers, boys.
So is there a way you do this, or you just kind of rip it and go
Ooh,
for it?
I like that sound.
I say I like to just sip it
Just a
like
small
it's
sip.
like it's hot coffee.
Shit.
Just fresh out of the pot. Don't do anything with it. Don't swirl it around, gargle it.
So
spit it,
I don't have to have it
whatever.
rest in my mouth. I can just take it down.
Yeah, just drink the whiskey. Don't do anything special.
All right. Prost, boys.
Shit.
It says sip, man. That must have been more than a sip. But I tell you what, I can definitely taste that spicy aroma that you're
Can
kind
you?
of talking about. Yeah, I can taste the spice in it.
Yeah. It's that spice is very prevalent for me. This particular rye, it's like cinnamon. Not like a cinnamon sugar, but just a straight cinnamon.
It does have a hint of cinnamon. Yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
I prefer actual cinnamon whiskey like a Fireball. But I'm a bit of a bitch, so
Well, that's all right.
Take smaller sips, boy.
Yeah.
I swear it was a baby sip.
Another thing I get out of this rye is like orange peel, orangey zest.
See, I
as
was
well.
thinking of citrus. Mm-hmm. I couldn't pin it down because my mouth is just watering and kind of. It's just fucked right now. I can't. I'll take another one. I can't not curse on this shit. Oh my god.
Why are you so bad at drinking whiskey?
I don't know. I thought I used to be
You're
good at
white.
it.
You should be excellent at it.
It needs a lot of sugar. I'm a cocktail guy.
Oh no. These aren't the kind of things.
I'm
you
not
would miss,
true.
I
I'm
don't
not
think.
good. Maybe some ice.
No, man.
Water this shit down.
Like, actually,
I'm not good.
I always felt like rye whiskey stood up really well to ice.
Okay.
It stands up to ice.
Yeah.
Fuck you, ice. Take another one.
And what I mean by that is because obviously when you add ice to something, one, it waters it down.
Gotta shock my damn tongue.
So you're not going to get as much of the flavor when you water something down, obviously. And also,
That's what I need right now.
whenever you lower the temperature on something, it buries some of the flavors
Yeah.
and accents others.
So that's why you put tequila in the freezer.
Bad tequila, sure.
Okay.
Do you put good tequila in the freezer?
I just put it in the freezer, man. I don't know. It makes it easier to drink. Science.
Oh man.
Well,
Science is a
It
damn
will
thing.
do that, yeah. It tames the alcohol.
So I
burn a little
tell
bit.
you what, like the first sip I tasted, like after you mentioned it, I tasted cinnamon, you know, and I was like, hell yeah. And then the second thing, like I went back for a second sip, and I was like, oh man, now I'm starting to taste the orange peel a little bit. But I taste that cinnamon hits you kind of first,
Yeah.
and then the orange peel is kind of like that delayed reaction. You know, it's the aftertaste almost.
Yeah, it's
It's like a sweet aftertaste, but a spicy beginning,
yeah, absolutely.
which is exactly like my 8 years in college.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate for my experience with this whiskey as well. Is it starts off very spicy, cinnamony, and then it gets sweet. It gets the orange. I get some vanilla in there, a little bit of brown sugar, some caramel as well.
Damn, you got all that out of there?
Yeah, I mean, you just keep going back to it, and
Yeah.
you just look for different things. And sometimes you find them. Sometimes you're like, well, that's
You're not
there.
opening your mouth when you're smelling, Dustin. That's your problem, see?
I feel like I can't close my mouth right now. It's just watering.
Well, close it with some whiskey in it.
I don't like it.
So earlier we had kind of discussed, like the 3 kind of criterias that you would rate a whiskey if you were going to give it your own
rate
little
it.
personal
Rating.
rating.
Rate it for us, Bryce, and then tell
What
me
a-
what this costs so I can not buy it.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh man.
No
This is gonna
offense
be-
to this rye.
This is going to be
Company.
fun. This is going to be a fun segment if
I ain't
Dustin
gonna be your
sucks at drinking
customer.
straight whiskey.
That sucks.
shit.
This is like my favorite rye too. So
Oh,
Hey,
that's good.
That's
That
good,
hurt-
man.
that hurts
That's
me,
good.
man.
Good.
Oh, it wasn't intended to hurt
you're
you.
just
It
not
was
a rye
intended to hurt
person.
him.
Maybe we just
yeah,
got to find
you
the
may not
whiskey
be a
for
rye
him.
person.
I like turkey.
That's bourbon. So you
There
may
you go.
have much better luck with this.
I'm sure I will.
Okay.
I think you will because this is bourbon. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but it's very sweet.
Yeah, well,
very,
Good, get into
very
your.
nice and sweet.
Get
We'll
into
talk
your
about it
ratings.
again, but
Ratings
not
and
to
such.
not to derail the train of thought again. But what were those 3 criterias if you were going to give 3 criterias of your own opinion?
Yeah. So when I usually rate a whiskey personally, I just look at 3 things, which is 1, do I like the way that it tastes? 2, is it complex? Is there a lot of things going on? Do I get a lot of different smells out of it? Do I get a lot of different flavors out of it? Or the opposite? Is there not a whole lot going on? And that would affect.
Oh, there's definitely a lot going on.
Yeah, there is. It's I really like this one.
Okay.
But and then the third is the value. What I however much I paid for it, would I pay it again? Would I pay more? Would I prefer to pay less?
Yep.
Things like that.
I wouldn't drink it if it was free. No offense, I am drinking it because it's free. Thank you for that. Please keep coming back with it when it's free. Oh God,
Very interesting. So for the Bullet Rye,
hurts my insides.
do we want to go ahead and give our profiles for each one, or do you want to do it first and then us get into it, man? It's really however you want to do it.
I want to hear what you guys think of the rye. I want to hear your.
All right,
it.
we'll go first, and then
I
you
hate
can
it.
kind of weigh in.
I hate it.
Well, it hates you too.
Yeah, it does.
Obviously, it does.
It's already
God.
it's sitting in my stomach. It's burning my throat. I understand what it did. It put up a fight, and I think it's winning.
Okay, I took a shot of tequila and habanero sauce on this show, and I didn't cry about it as much as that whiskey is making you cry.
Yeah, this is.
You got to get
I would
together.
rather that.
I
I would rather that. Oh no,
Whoa.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
So first one, right? Flavor.
yeah. Go for
Flavor.
it.
Um,
Give
do
us
you
your
like it or not?
your expert ratings.
Do you
do
like,
I like the flavor?
Never
do you
mind.
like
Yogi,
the
tell us.
flavor? Do you like the smell?
I'm not very diverse in rye whiskeys, but I do like the flavor. Like I mentioned before, if I had to get my little profile on it, I do get whiffs of vanilla here and there. Now that you mention it, but mostly I get
Sweating.
the cinnamon first. It hits you with the cinnamon, and then it's just kind of like a sweet orange aftertaste.
Yeah.
And that's most of what I get for the flavor. Flavor, I'd probably give it. I mean, like 3.5.
Okay.
3.5, but I mean, I also don't have a lot to compare it to, so that's just my average for now. Give
Yeah,
it
we'll do some
3.5 picnic baskets
on the flavor.
on the flavor.
All right.
3.5 picnic baskets.
So what about
Out of what, 5?
out of 5?
Yeah, we'll
10.
do each of our ratings out of 5. Let's give each
Okay,
person
cool.
a different rating, and then we'll just kind of aggregate them later.
Well, I'll give
Let's
it-
let Dustin go next.
I'll give it 2.5 because it tastes like it is. I'm getting not much fun out of it, which I would like to have some fun out of these. I'm sure I'll get it out of the next one, but I can't knock it for being what it is.
So for me, for the flavor of this, I really enjoy the flavor of Bullet Rye. I think for a low proof whiskey, there's a lot going on.
Did you say low proof?
Yeah, 45%.
Whatever, man.
That's low.
Okay. I'm just in the scheme of alcohol. 90 is. Wait, am I right?
You're
Nine-
thinking of percents or proofs, man.
I don't know. Fuck. Never mind. I don't know.
Yeah,
not the one.
get zapped, dude.
I'm not the one. You keep going with your expert opinions, Bryce.
Okay, so for a lower proof whiskey, and it is a younger whiskey, you can definitely tell that it is, just by the color and also a little bit on the taste as well. I think it's, despite those factors working against it, I think there's still a lot going on in this for what it is. And what's really great is this is just a 375 bottle, so it's the smaller bottle.
Okay.
But a full 750 milliliter bottle of this will only run you about $25.
Nice.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, so from a value
price,
perspective,
yeah.
I think it's a great value. It tastes really good.
Or for just flavor.
Oh, we just do it flavor?
What are you gonna give it just for flavor rating?
Oh, just for flavor, I would say probably 3.5 broken chairs.
Okay.
Nah.
3.5 broken chairs on flavor.
We'll explain that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll explain that to
Yeah,
more
that'll come
on that to
later.
come later.
I blame the rye for your name.
Second, complexity. And
I blame
complexity, as you said, I
vodka,
guess, is
tequila.
how busy the flavors are and all that.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, complexity.
I'll give it.
And this one might be a little difficult for you guys, just because you're not as versed in whiskey as I am. So,
Yeah, we'll try to get better at this as we go.
yeah, but
I'm not going to try
it
that
sounded
hard.
like you.
I mean, for now, I'm gonna give it. For now, I'm gonna give it like a 4 on flavor. A 4.
We're
Just
on
because I do get a
complexity,
lot of
man.
busy different tones.
We're on
Yeah.
complexity?
What are you
For
talking
complexity, I'm gonna give it a 4,
Okay.
not flavor. Sorry, my
That's a
bad.
good
Nice
score.
correction.
about? I'm giving it a 1 because it seems like it just hurts me. So it's there's no complexity in it. It's just
Only pain.
Mean.
yeah.
There is no complexity, only pain.
Thanks, Bryce.
You're welcome.
All right, what you got? What's your complexity?
For me, for complexity, I'm gonna give it probably a 3, and I'm a 3 leaning towards a 2.5, just because I've had some seriously complex whiskeys, and I have some on my shelf at home, and this is not on the complex end of the spectrum, but I think again for what it is, there's still a decent amount going on here.
Okay, right on. Right on. And then the last one is going to be value.
Yeah.
Again, what did you say the price of that bottle is?
If you go to Total Wine, around
Shout
here-
out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Total Wine. I have a membership. Please give me free stuff. But yeah, if you go to a Total Wine, you can probably get a bottle of this for about $25.
Okay.
So
All right.
a full
Um,
750 milliliter bottle, not the small ones that we're working with here.
Yeah. How much for just that small one that you brought in today?
That one was 15. So I paid
15.
15 for that.
Ooh.
Oh, well, then you might as well get the bigger one.
Yeah.
$15.
Bargain hunter. So
For $15, I'm
you
gonna
get more
also
for a
I'm gonna
cheaper
also
rate.
put my value at 4 picnic baskets.
Right on. That's a good score.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's good. I'll give you a 4 because that's a nice price.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also going to give it a 4.
Hot damn.
4s across the board.
4s all around.
All right.
Because, I think it's really great for what it is and for how much you pay for it. It's solid whiskey. If you're looking into getting into rye whiskey, Bullet Rye is a great option.
So that's gonna do it for the
That's,
bullet bourbon
Yeah,
for this one.
that's
For the
Shine,
rye.
but
Do we want
whatever.
to give it an overall score for each of us?
I'll give it an overall. Overall, I'm gonna give it 3.5.
Okay.
3.5 overall.
Okay. What about you, Dustin?
No comment.
No comment.
You have to give it
Gotta
something.
give it
2.
Two.
I guess.
Two
All right.
beards.
1.5. 1.5. I don't like it, but it's good for you. Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it 3.5 broken chairs. I really
All right.
like the Bullet Rye. It's my favorite rye whiskey, actually. I'm not a huge rye fan, but this is my favorite.
Rye not. Ha ha ha. That's rye. Yeah.
All right. Well, next we want to
next
delve
one.
into everyone's favorite Mormon missionary, I guess, Elijah Craig, because that's what that shit sounds like. There's some dude planting crops in the wintertime.
Actually, that's really funny you said that because Elijah Craig was a pastor.
No shit.
He was.
No
He
way.
was.
He brewed bourbon.
He distilled bourbon, yeah. But
Bourbon for Jesus.
yeah. So before we get into pouring
Bourbon
this
for
one,
Jesus.
I'll tell you a little bit of backstory about it because I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
So you'll see it says 1789, and it says Elijah Craig, father of bourbon, first to char oak barrels on here.
So he
Yeah.
started it. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so he was the father of bourbon.
Well done.
And before he started distilling bourbon, though, he was a preacher in Virginia. And he kept getting arrested because he was preaching without a license of some sort of license.
But you need a
or
license for
permit.
that?
Apparently, you did.
That's
even back
ridiculous. Whatever.
then. Yeah, he was preaching publicly, and he kept getting in trouble for it. So he was
License
like,
and Bibles, sir. I'm gonna need you to step out of the wagon.
Yeah. So after all that, he was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to take 600 people, and we're going to go to Kentucky and form our own colony. And they named their town Lebanon, which is now named Georgetown, still around.
Hell
Georgetown,
yeah.
Kentucky. That was 1783, I believe, was when they did that. Either
Wow.
82 or 83.
Damn, you did your
And then-
history on this shit.
Yeah, 1789, he starts the distillery. And at the time, he's just making the same sort of corn-based American whiskey that a lot of other people in the area were doing.
Right.
But then it was rumored and sort of folktale legends say that he used to reuse barrels a lot. So there would be barrels he used for transporting food, say like salted fish, I think was one of them. And he wanted to reuse those barrels to age whiskey. Well, you don't want to just pour whiskey into a barrel that's been
No,
aged.
that sounds
that's been
terrible.
Holding salted fish.
sounds
right?
worse
That's
than
gonna
rye.
Be awful. It's going to taste terrible. So he was like, I know. Let's char the inside of the barrel.
Genius.
Let's char the inside of the barrel,
Let's do it.
and to get that flavor out. And then they found that it actually attributed to the flavor, and it made something that was really delicious, and thus bourbon.
All right. Well, let's
Let's
bourbon.
let's dip into this.
Well,
This was
there's
not a
more?
good
What you
idea
got?
on an empty
Well,
stomach.
Wait, there's more. So, historians have found that everything I just told you is actually completely false and was made up by Elijah Craig in the late 1870s, which coincidentally was when the temperance movement started. And so,
Ooh.
why did they make all this up about? And
To
they
sell
didn't make all
whiskey.
of it up. Well, yes, but what they really wanted to do was the father of bourbon was a preacher. The temperance movement, the prohibition movement, was very religiously founded. right?
They
Yeah.
want to sway
Yeah,
the
it was.
religious
Yeah,
crowd.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Gotcha.
And there is no mention of Elijah Craig being the father of bourbon
Yeah, I wouldn't
until
think so.
1874.
Yeah, you would think you would have heard about it before then.
Exactly. And the whole thing about charring the oak barrels and this fixation on the wood effect, historians found no mention of it in Elijah's personal journals and diaries until about 30 years after he had opened the distillery.
That son of a bitch.
So they can't prove that he wasn't the first to char oak barrels, but they think it's very unlikely that he was.
So let's go ahead and pour it up or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take some
Ooh,
credit.
I like this bottle better. I like the look of this bottle. Not
This
that
bottle
that
looks
matters.
a lot friendlier than the that one. Kind of looks like a perfume bottle, you know.
Ooh, ooh. Put the cork in and make the sound. Yeah, that's good stuff.
So first things first, color. So this one you'll notice
darker.
a little
Darker, yeah.
Yeah.
a little darker. Elijah Craig actually used to, instead of this small batch edition you see here, they actually used to sell a 12-year-old bourbon.
Oh,
This
Crafty
used to be-
son of a bitch.
This used to be an age statement 12-year-old bourbon, but they stopped doing that because it became so popular because it was so good that they could not keep it stocked. So they replaced it with this, which is a very similar, almost identical flavor profile. But this doesn't take as long to make. They can pump out more small batches than they could 12-year-olds because they don't have to wait 12 years for it to.
Yeah, it's easier to just pump it out than pumping up 12-year-olds for sure.
Yeah.
Also, this one's made out of rye, right? So
No.
what's this one made
Corn.
out of?
This one's corn.
Corn.
So, yeah. So if
corn.
you remember, the bourbon has to be at least 51% corn.
Right, you're right. Okay.
I believe Elijah Craig is somewhere in the high 70%.
Does the
So
corn
it's
help make
corn.
it darker or something?
No, it's
No.
it's all clear when it goes into the barrel. The
Gotcha.
color
They
is
just color it
strictly
later.
from the wood.
Oh,
Yeah, the color is
I
just
knew
from
that.
the barrel.
all right.
So
I did know that.
So we do that. So we see the color here. This one is also higher proof. It's 94 proof.
All right.
Instead of the 90
Awesome.
proof that the bullet was. So this one's 47% alcohol. Dustin's excited.
Yeah, you
I'm
can tell.
excited. I like Elijah Craig.
Next, let's smell it.
let's
don't,
have a-
don't forget to open that mouth and that nose at the same time.
Let's have a sniff.
It's not as
Oh yeah.
strong. It doesn't burn like the other one did.
Yeah. So what are you guys picking out of there? Anything?
No.
Actually, yeah.
Liquor.
Yeah.
You could tell him all I gets liquor.
The first thing I'm gonna notice is that it's a lot sweeter smelling than the other one. I think that I get a pretty strong whiff
that
of like
one
brown
burned.
sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely what I smell.
Brown
That's
sugar.
the first thing I smell.
Yeah, I get brown sugar. I get a little bit of maple in there as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, something sweet, something else sweet.
Yeah, a little
I
bit
can
of
see
maple
that.
syrup. Reminds me of like Cracker Barrel's pancakes. It makes me hungry. I get very strong maple notes off of this bourbon.
It's also different on the glass. The last one, it was running down the side like crazy. This one's sticking. I know that's something to do like when you do it with wine, but obviously this isn't wine. So what's up?
Yeah, so there's still oil contents in whiskey, same as with wine.
Ooh.
It's not as big of a sort of precursor to what the flavors are going to be as it is in wine. And what those are called is those little oil trails that run down. Those are called legs. So this whiskey's got some legs.
It's more like
to
feet.
It.
Nah.
It's got some legs to it.
It's got some legs to it.
Carries
Knows
Mr.
how to
Middlebrook over there
use
away.
them.
Enough sniffing.
Let's drink some
Get
damn
to
whiskey.
sipping.
Let's do some drinking.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Ooh, that's real nice and smooth.
That's a lot better.
It's a lot better. Yeah. See, rye
lot
just
better.
maybe isn't your ball.
not my
game,
shit.
You know.
Not my shit.
Yeah,
You
Rye
gotta
just
find
might
your
not be
cup
Best I
your
could do.
thing.
Honestly, I would still put an ice in it just because I like it colder.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
I could drink this. Anticipation.
Let me see what I get on this flavor profile here.
Yeah.
Liquor.
I do get a little bit of the maple.
Yeah.
Like definitely. Like the first thing I smell is not the maple. The first thing I smell, like I said before, was the brown sugar. But the first thing I taste is the maple.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'll happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the smell is a little bit different than the flavor, or at least the priority of, I guess you could say priority, maybe hierarchy.
Right.
Is a better word of things you're smelling can be different when it comes to the flavor. There will be different things accented that maybe weren't accented in the smell.
Okay.
So that totally happens. Yeah.
Bryce Baker's
This
hierarchy
one
of
doesn't make me
smell.
want to throw up. So
That's good.
That's good.
That's
That's a
a
huge
positive.
improvement.
We want to get. Let's just get straight into the ratings here on
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, go ahead and rate it. I'm going to just knock this back and pour some rye and have you guys compare.
Oh God.
No.
Okay.
no, I don't want to drink the rye
It's
again.
gonna happen.
Oh,
It's gonna happen. Okay. All right. Do it. Go ahead. I'm going to give this one flavor a 3.9 picnic baskets because
I'm giving it
actually, I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4. I also
Okay.
actually really
it's
enjoy
nice.
it.
It's a good, sweet, smooth
I really
thing.
enjoy it.
Does it make you gag when you sip on it?
No.
You know?
No, it
It's
didn't.
Smooth.
Nice. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Solid.
I really like this bourbon. I like the brown sugar, the maple syrup, a little bit of caramel, some vanilla in there as well.
Ooh, yeah, caramel.
I think it's a great bourbon. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, 3.5 for me. On flavor.
On a complexity, I think, and this just may be my like beginner taste buds, you know, but I mean, I think my complexity, I'm gonna give it a 3.5, just because I don't seem to taste as much. I taste like 1 or 2 things, whereas in the rye, I tasted like 3 or 4, you know. And though I don't know what those 3 or 4 things are, it's just,
Yeah.
you know. So I'll give it that.
Well, compared to where my rating was, I'm still gonna give it more like a 3.
Okay.
Because I actually can taste different stuff in this, and that shit just made me want to throw up every time. So I guess I couldn't get past that to taste actual things in it.
Yeah.
So we'll just give this a solid 3. I
Right
can
on.
Okay.
taste flavors.
Yeah. For
Good
complexity, for me, I'm gonna give this a 2.5. And this is pretty common for me with bourbons. Is they're not as complex as a lot of other styles of whiskey.
Right.
So usually my complexity ratings for bourbons are going to be lower, just because there's not a whole lot of room to play around with. It has to be corn. It has to be a new oak barrels. There's not a whole lot of different stuff you can do
Okay.
in the distillation or the aging process.
I got you.
So a lot of them end up being kind of similar, and there's just not a whole lot going on. But the flavors that are there, I like, which I noted in my flavor rating. But again, for complexity, 2.5 broken chairs for me. For the
All right,
Age
2.5.
Talk about the price. How much
How
is
about
this?
value? How much is this going to set me back if I want to buy this bottle in the store?
Yeah.
So if you want to get this specific one, this 375
Yep.
is 17.
A little more.
Okay.
17.
A little
If you
bit
want a
more.
750,
Okay.
it's going to be, I think last time I checked, it's about 32.
Okay.
So it's a little more
Yeah.
than the Bullet Rye.
It's like a lower middle, middle
Yeah.
maybe.
It's a little more than the Bullet Rye, but yeah, what do you guys think
I'd do
about
that.
that as far as value?
That's good.
Value, I'd pay
like
that
it.
for that bottle. Definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely
again.
pay that.
I'd pay that. Yeah.
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 And I just might one of these Friday nights. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I
I'll have
enjoy
to
it.
remember that. It's
I would-
nice. I like it.
I would pay for
I'm
that.
gonna give on price, man, for that flavor. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4 on the price.
I'll
Right
say I'll call your 4 and give it a 4.
All right.
Well, it's going to be another grand slam for value because I also give
Oh
it a
shit!
4.
we
4
did do
across
that.
the board.
4
God
across the
damn.
board again.
Yeah,
All right.
you're all pretty much worth
Yeah.
what you're supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. For what it is, I would probably pay $45.50 for this bottle.
Yeah.
And the
I think
75.
it's very good.
I would. Yeah, I would.
So, yeah, it's
for
great. It's
just-
great value.
For overall, I mean, I think overall I'm gonna give it like a 3.9. It's good. It's on the upper end. I tend to not in my ratings want to give anything a solid 5 unless it's just a grand slam.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty dang close to a 4 for me. It's real good. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
call. I'm gonna
it's
call
good.
3.9. Picnic baskets,
3.5.
3.5.
3.5 beards.
3.5. I'm gonna give it, since we're doing decimals, I'll do a 3.7.
Yeah,
3.7 broken chairs.
3.7
For me.
broken chairs.
And so what we're gonna do now? You guys still have your Elijah Craig?
I do.
All right. So I want you guys. We'll start off with Yogi, since I'm holding it in my right hand and you're to my right.
All right.
So
Let's do it again.
this is your Elijah Craig.
See, that's gonna be a problem because I only drink with my left hand.
You want me to hold your mic for
No, that's okay. I got
you?
it.
Okay. So you just do some comparing.
All right. Yeah. See, you almost got me there.
No one can call you on it here.
Yeah. What to do?
People on the internet can call me on it. It's happened before through a Snapchat. Yeah, dude. So having them together, This one's definitely sweeter and smoother.
The
This
Elijah
one
Craig?
is definitely like a fucking wagon going through a bumpy cornfield. You know?
Yeah. It's a little more dramatic, absolutely.
It's a little more, yeah.
So let's see. I think
That's
that's
the
probably
Craig. This is the Craig.
That's the Craig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the Craig. Okay. Because it's whiskey.
Ah. All right.
So
Middlebrook.
time to compare.
You just got to do it one last time.
I already know what I'm gonna say.
It doesn't matter. We like to see you suffer.
It's true. Zap.
Man, I want that.
Terrible.
I want that face in a picture printed out into a pillowcase so I can see it every damn night before I lay my head down.
Doable.
All right.
God.
That's your only differences.
That's our only differences.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a whirl as well.
Yeah, give
Go
it a
for
whirl,
it.
man. Give us one last little pick 'em.
There's a rye. Then on to Dustin's bourbon.
Yeah. The one I can actually drink.
Right.
I feel like a criteria for Dustin should be how much did I sweat during
lot.
each sip.
I sweat a lot. Can't help it.
Can't help it.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh? Did you find something exciting in there?
Well, just what's weird is because the rye is definitely spicier than the bourbon, but usually the spice in the rye, at least for me, kind of, if you go straight from a spicy rye then to a bourbon, any spice that's in the bourbon is subdued, usually. But it was the opposite this time. It actually accented the spice in the bourbon. So I got a lot of spice out of that bourbon just now. That was interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
That was kind of cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the bourbon is a lot sweeter. I'm going to go back to it real quick.
Yeah, go back to it.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's more the classic bourbon flavors. So yeah, much sweeter, much more vanilla. Feels like there's more of a barrel impact on the Elijah Craig than there is in the Bullet, which is probably from the age.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Elijah Craig is darker, so it would make sense that there's more of a barrel impact. And if we're talking about preferences, I definitely like the Elijah Craig more.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
I
talking
think that's
about.
a unanimous
Yeah.
couch
For
decision.
sure.
We all
Definitely
like
the better
that
one.
I'm
Elijah
with you guys
Craig, man.
more. I'm just not a
Definitely
big
better.
rye person, personally. Middlebrook.
Don't gotta
obviously
tell
is.
me.
Yeah, you're
He
obviously
ain't no
not.
rye guy.
I'm not a big rye person personally, but I do love the Bullet rye. It's my favorite rye. But if I had to pick
Right on.
rye or bourbon, I'm going bourbon all day. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's good that you brought both of them in, though, so
Yeah.
we could compare and
yeah.
contrast between. You could. There's a clear distinction between that liquor and that liquor.
Yeah,
and you can
absolutely.
taste it.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of starting to learn a little bit more. And hopefully you guys out there watching this on the couch also learned a little bit more about
hopefully
whiskey and bourbon
Got
and
a
rye
little liquor
tonight.
education today.
Yeah.
Again, this is Bryce Baker.
It's our guy.
I think we mentioned a little bit about this before. He has another name, but we're
Yeah.
gonna save that story for another time.
Yeah.
The reason he gives broken chairs as ratings is because he's also known by the moniker of Bryce the Destroyer.
Yeah.
But
And
more
how
on that.
he got that name, you'll find out.
More on that later. You'll find out because Homeboy's gonna be here with us every month.
Tune in next time.
Yeah,
Not always
tune in.
bringing multiple things, and God willing, not a fucking rye.
So yeah, he's gonna join us every month. We're gonna make this a once a month thing. This is
Can't
May's
open. Fuck
Whiskey
rye.
Pickums. So
God.
drink up, stay thirsty, all those good things.
Mm-hmm.
think we're running a little bit over today.
Oh, for sure.
So,
over today on this
for
one.
sure over. So we're gonna go ahead and
uncharted territories.
we're gonna go ahead and get to a stopping point here.
We're gonna round
Bryce,
this out.
Thanks for joining us on the
Yeah,
couch.
man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
having me.
educating us
Shit,
a
you'll
little
be
bit.
back.
Hopefully, you had a little bit of fun doing
Oh,
this and
absolutely.
sharing your knowledge
Watching
with
my
the,
pain.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure
the
to
folks that watch us.
talk about and drink whiskey because it is one of my passions. I do love whiskey.
I mean, I
So,
do too, and
I enjoy it.
I'm here to
Sometimes.
learn a little bit more and get a deeper appreciation for the old whiskey. So, all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is Bryce Baker with Bryce's Whiskey Pickums of the month for the month of May. I hope you join us next month, which is gonna be June. You're gonna join.
Should be June.
I don't know why I gotta look at you for confirmation. It is June.
Yeah.
Bryce is gonna join us back on the couch for June with his June whiskey pick'em. So you guys want to learn a little bit more about whiskey, a little bit more about
Yeah,
bourbon.
Bryce will be back to teach you.
He'll be back. So
And
come
us.
on in and come on
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Next month, we're going to the great, wonderful country of Ireland, boys.
Oh, hot
Oh,
damn.
boy.
They know how to do a whiskey.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
do.
do.
Cool, cool.
We gonna find
All
out.
right.
All
I'm a little
right.
excited on
Well,
that
that's a
one.
little bit exciting.
Cool.
Well, as always, I'm gonna go ahead and round this out, everybody. Thanks
you
for
do what you want.
joining. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching. Again, thanks for
That's the
being
bourbon.
on here,
Yeah,
and
I know.
don't forget to like and subscribe. And
Oh, please,
join
yeah,
us-
come
join
like
us
and
out on the
subscribe.
couch.
Whoa. My bad.
Give us a shout
Like and
out
subscribe.
if you like some of the whiskeys. You got comments about it, questions for Bryce, questions about anything. Let us know.
questions
We'll
for
get
us.
into 'em
Yeah,
and
just ask away.
they'll answer. So until next time, boys.
Have fun on the couch.
Prost.
Cling.